women in science, an uphill struggle in a man's world. Catherine Jane's story in her own words.
I don't think until high school I really realized gender equality was a problem. By now I had assumed the problem had been solved and that I was fully equal and that I'm part of this new generation of where we could say we're fully equal to men. And as I've grown, gone through college, started my career, I've realized that we're not. In high school, when I wanted to take a computer science class, I was told the boys would probably be better, so you should focus on things that you'd be good at. And it wasn't until I got to college where I really started to actively challenge those assumptions and then discovered how much I liked math and sciences and realized that I have the capacity to not only do well in these classes, but use this education to invent and create things myself. So in my junior year, me, along with my other two co-founders, started this company to help healthcare workers around the world battle infectious diseases. The project was started in 2014 in response to the Ebola crisis in West Africa. So right now, the healthcare workers, they are wearing this big yellow suit called a PPE suit. Once you're done treating a patient, you are supposed to take off the suit. But before you do that, they spray you down with bleach to make sure there's no more bacteria or virus left on your suit. One of the biggest problems with the Ebola crisis is there was such a high rate of infection for healthcare workers, and a lot of that was from ineffective decontamination. So our idea was initially to colorize the solution, so you could see where you're spraying the transparent disinfectant bleach, and therefore have a good idea of what surfaces you've covered and what surfaces you haven't. We also learned that bleach needs to remain on the surface for 10 minutes for the pathogen to be killed. So we also added a color marker that would tell you when you can take off the suit. So the cool thing about the color is that once it's completely faded to clear, you'll know that you can touch the surface and it'll be safe to touch. And while it's still blue, you'll know that it still has active pathogens on it. It's really amazing to be able to improve the confidence of these people that are already sacrificing so much. Right now, the technology is limited to bleach sprays, which is usually used in the NGO epidemic context. We're expanding it to wipes and hand sanitizers so it can be used for daily decontamination also in hospitals. So we can make a big impact on reducing infection rates as a whole. When I wake up in the morning, I have goals, or I want to have another implementation in the field. Or I want to develop an additional product in this pipeline so we can help or impact more people. And right now, we have some units deployed in Haiti to help treat the cholera outbreak with International Medical Corps. As a scientist, I do think we have a responsibility to make a larger impact in society beyond the research that we're doing, really taking part actively in discussions.
I'm Catherine Jane.
Not only about science-related issues, but everything ranging from education to women's rights. We should have a much bigger footprint, and we should be there to uplift each other and not bring each other down. There are a lot of still implicit powers that are holding women back, whether it be the snide comments like women are good at math and science, or actual things where you see women earn less than men, or women are less likely to get certain jobs. And I think it's really sad that we've already lost the potential on so many women who have come before me. And I want to make sure that my potential and the potentials of my peers and other women of my generation will be fully realized.
That's been our show today. Looking forward to having you on board next time. You may watch this episode of 21st Century again on youtube.com/channelsweb. And if you have comments, please send them to 21stcentury@channelstv.com or find me on Twitter @DeshawaJosh. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again.